Do I enjoy my affordable watches more than my luxury watches? That's the topic we're going to kind of explore a little bit today. Talk about Seiko over Rolex, G-Shock over Omega. Let's kind of delve into the details. This topic is inspired by a viewer question from Sean in Taiwan. In fact, I'm going to read his email here. I think it's really good. So he says, "Hi Bruce, my name is Sean. I live in Taiwan. I'm a big fan of your channel. I really love your style. Please keep the great content coming. I have a question I want to ask. Recently, I've been pondering about selling a watch in my collection, the Omega Speedmaster Sapphire Sandwich. I love the history, the heritage behind the piece, but somehow I just don't feel that connected to it. I also recently feel that I enjoy my cheaper Seiko divers more than my luxury pieces. Has that ever happened to you?" Sean, no, it hasn't. If I'm totally honest, it has not happened to me. I'm one of those weird guys. I like it all. I love my $100 limited edition G-Shock. I love my $9,000 Rolex Hulk. I like all the watches in between. I like wearing my Blue Coral Sumo one day, my Bling Master 5000 one day, the Air King the next day, and my favorite watch, the Seamaster, the day after that. I like it all. If I had to choose, if I could only wear affordable watches versus luxury watches, which one would I choose? I would lean more toward the luxury side. I think I enjoy the craftsmanship, the designs, the technologies, just a little bit more, the execution a little bit more. Then I enjoy the affordables, which, I mean, brings a whole nother animal in itself. I love spending as little as possible and getting so much watch for the money. You know, the bang for buck factor seems intensified at the lower price points. And Seiko, I mean, I'm a Seiko path. I love Seiko. So it'd be hard, but I would probably lean more toward the luxury myself. But no, I've never quite experienced what you're experiencing right now. But let's continue with the email. My questions: 1, should I sell the Sapphire Sandwich? I'm undecided because I've heard rumors the 1861, 1863 movement Moonwatches are being discontinued. What's your take on this? And 2, have you ever felt that you enjoy your Seiko or more affordable watches more than your luxury ones? If yes, would you be tempted to sell all your luxury pieces? Now let's go to the first point, the Sapphire Sandwich. As I understand, Omega does plan on updating their Speedmaster Professional, their Moonwatch, and they're going to place the 3861 caliber and replace the 1861, and I don't know what they're doing with the 1863. So, I mean, the 3861 they placed in the 50th anniversary Apollo edition, and it's a great movement. It is a METAS certified movement, coaxial movement, very well finished. I really like the specs. I like the movement architecture. I like the fact that it's hacking, it's the chronometer. So I want to buy a Moonwatch that carries that movement. Now the thing that gets tricky is I hope they don't mess with the platform too much. Like, I like the movement, but don't go changing the case on me. Don't go doing something stupid and jack the price up by $4,000. That's what I don't want to see from Omega. I have a feeling that when they update it, it's going to more or less look the same. It's just going to have a far higher price point and an arguably nicer and better performing movement. So, I mean, what's that going to do to secondary market prices for your Sapphire Sandwich? I think on the whole, they'll go up. I know Omega's made these for years and years and years. They've pumped out thousands and thousands of them into the watch market. So there's really no shortage of them. But if you're going to be spending $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 on a Speedmaster, when you used to be able to buy it for $4,000-ish, that is gonna generally rise the secondary going rate. It might not be drastic, but I think it will happen even at these high production numbers from years and years of making Speedmasters. So what should you do? Well, above all, if you're not enjoying the watch, definitely, why would you keep it, right? Why not move on and enjoy your Seikos and your more affordable watches that you're obviously identifying with and enjoying, and ultimately at the end of the day, who cares what some talking head on YouTube thinks about your collection, right? You're in this hobby because you love watches, you love mechanical watches, you love the history, the technologies, and hey, if you save a little bit of money by buying more affordable ones, more power to you. So yeah, I would say sell the Speedmaster, but maybe wait a little bit till they update it and see how that affects the market. It might take a year or two, maybe even longer, depending on how long it takes Omega to come out with this update. But it could be beneficial for you if you don't need the money, if you're okay with letting it sit in the big legendary Moonwatch presentation box. If you're okay with letting it sit, I think you could potentially get a better price down the road. But ultimately, that's up to you. Now, let's finish off with this question here. With this email here. Sean says, I really appreciate if I can hear back from you or maybe do a video on this topic. Here you go. We have very similar collections. Beside the Moonwatch, I have the GMT Master 2, Seamaster Professional Blue Dial, Marine Master 200, Patty Turtle, Seiko Sumo, and the 1950 Trilogy Seamaster. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot, Sean. John, we do have very similar tastes, very similar collections. I think your collection is awesome, well-rounded. I own a Seamaster right now. It's my favorite watch right now at the moment. I own a Sumo as well. I've axed all my turtles, so we don't share that one in common anymore. But I would love to own the anthracite version, the 2.3, I believe it is. But I just haven't been able to find a decent price on one yet. And I know time is running out for me because I don't even think they're in production anymore. So that's what I would tell you. Maybe wait on the Moonwatch, but definitely sell it if you're not loving it. And that goes for everybody else. If you're not loving a watch and it's just sitting, why not get rid of it? Why not enjoy something else? I think sometimes we as watch fans can be too influenced on group think. Like, hey, it's expected of me to love this Seamaster or love this Speedmaster or this Submariner or this Zenith or whatever it is. And if I'm not bonding with it, there's something wrong with me. And that's not the case. We need to get away from groupthink when it comes to watches and really just focus on enjoying the hobby and spending time with our friends and family. So that's what I would have for you, Sean. I appreciate the awesome topic, the email. Hopefully you enjoyed it and found it a little beneficial. And guys, if you have a suggestion for me or a topic you want to kind of talk about here on the Bruce Williams channel, please reach out to me. My email's in the description. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.